The road to Pine Hollow twisted through miles of dark forest, where the trees grew so thick they seemed to swallow the headlights. Clara was halfway through a solo trip meant to clear her mind, a generous phrase for running away from everything that had gone wrong. When her car sputtered and died in the rain, she coasted into the only light she'd seen in an hour, cabin 12 of a roadside motel. A flickering neon sign read, Pine Hollow Lodge, vacancy. The front office was dark. She called out, but no one answered. There was, however, a key hanging on the wall. A handwritten note beside it read, for emergencies only. She told herself it counted. Cabin 12 smelled faintly of cedar and something else. Damp, maybe. The storm raged outside, wind rattling the windows, but inside was oddly quiet. Too quiet. She checked her phone. No signal. Then came the knock. Soft. 3 taps against the wood of the front door. Clara froze. She hadn't seen another car outside. Maybe the owner had come back. She called out, hello? No answer. Just another set of 3 slow knocks. She pulled the curtain aside. The porch light swayed in the wind. No one there. She locked the door and tried to laugh it off. Just the wind. At 1:23 a.m., she woke again, this time to the sound of footsteps overhead. Heavy, deliberate. The roof was steep. No one could walk on it without slipping. She sat up in bed, holding her breath. The steps moved across the ceiling, then down the wall. It was impossible. But she heard it clearly, a dragging sound, like fingertips sliding across the boards. Then, right beside her ear, from the inside of the wall, came a whisper. You shouldn't be here. Clara scrambled for her phone, fumbling with the flashlight. She pointed it toward the sound, the beam trembling. The wall was unbroken wood, but one plank near the floor was slightly loose. She crouched and pried it open. Inside was a narrow crawl space, pitch black except for a small shape pressed against the far end. It looked like a bundle of old clothes, until it moved. A face, pale and dry as paper, turned toward her, eyes wide, mouth sewn shut with black thread. Clara screamed and stumbled backward, knocking over the lamp. The light blinked out. When the sheriff arrived the next morning, cabin 12 was empty. The bed was unmade, the door unlocked, and muddy footprints led from the bed to the wall, and stopped there. They found the crawl space. Empty. Just a scrap of fabric caught on a nail, a piece of Clara's sleeve. The motel owner swore the cabin hadn't been rented in years. He said no one ever stayed there long. Not since the last girl disappeared, he added softly. As he turned to leave, a faint sound came from inside the wall. 3 slow knocks.